Hello and welcome to another episode of Scott Reads Comics. Today I'm going to be covering The Savage Sword of Conan, the Dark Horse Essential Edition, Volume 14. Our trek through Dark Horse's reprinting of the classic Savage Sword of Conan black and white magazine continues. Here we are with Volume 14 in this 22-volume collection. And this volume covers issues 141 through 150 and has over 500 pages of what they describe as stories of magic, monsters, and mayhem. Very cool, great looking cover. I'm not sure who this is. We'll get a quick peek inside and see. Let's see. Doug Beekman. Okay, great. I was going to guess that, but it's always good to check. We have our table of contents here, and the writers of this entire volume are Chuck Dixon and Don Carr. They go back and forth. So no Larry Yakata in this edition. So let's dive in here. We got a lot of ground to cover. I'm going to try to be efficient. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of Gary Kwapis and Ernie Chan in this volume. Look at this gorgeous cover by Bob Larkin. What a just amazing assemblage of cover artists they had for Savage Sword from the beginning to the end. Just incredible. And bear with me a moment here because I need to get my light on here. There we go. A little more light on the proceedings. We have a nice pinup from Dale Eaglesham. And again, this is that Kwapis Chan team up. Of course, these guys are already encountering these miners who run into this terrible subterranean monster. And we get our story, The Crimson Citadel, our story title. Charles Dixon's story, Gary Kwapis breakdowns, Ernie Chan inks. So really that should say Ernie Chan finishes, because if Kwapis is doing breakdowns, then Chan is doing the finishes. Breakdowns are incomplete pencils. So it's a Kwapis is laying out the story, roughing in the pencils, and then so we're going to see a lot of strong Ernie Chan finishes here, and you can definitely see that with the heavy ink line. It's less apparent when Gary Kwapis is doing full pencils, which I prefer in their team up. But this is still incredible. And these two, I mean, really, their team up through these last few volumes of these collections has really sold me on them as I mean, they're fast approaching my favorite art team for Savage Sword of Conan, even more than, say, John Buscema and the early inkers that were inking him in the earlier issues of Savage Sword back when we were covering volumes 1, 2, and 3. Great. Oh yeah, this is cool. As an avid miniaturist, a hobbyist, like it would be great to have a miniature of this chick here. She's just really cool. This female adventurer, really great. Love the bob haircut. Yeah, just Kwapis is so good at drawing these scenes. Just look at this amazing, massive underground city that Conan has entered. And here we have Conan wielding the battle axe, which we don't always get to see. Of course, he is known for his broadsword work. Oh wow, look at this battle scene. These double page scenes that Kwapis does, they're just incredible. Yeah, this is amazing action here. I love the armor and design too. It's very unique on these female warriors. I guess there's some kind of Amazons. We must take to the high ground. At the end of the stairs, we can hold this loathsome rabble at bay. So Conan's companion. And we know how things often go for Conan's companions, so great design on this sword too, really neat. Very cool. Yimmer, is there no end to these horrors? Oh yeah, great. So this is they don't speak the same language. This is one of those rare instances where Conan, a well-known polyglot, cannot speak the language. Of course, he does speak the language of romance, as we have often seen in the pages of Savage Sword. Oh yes, and they are literally on this. I don't know if it's a bearskin rug, but they're on some kind of animal hide rug here. Oh, love this design here on the wall. This guy's some kind of holy man. I think he may show up in other issues too, moving forward. Because I was also looking through. Oh wow! So these women are some kind of crazy vampires. That's awesome. I was looking through later volumes too, just kind of getting a sneak peek for what we might see. Oh, he's putting that axe to work. And I think that guy shows up again, so he must live through this. Spoiler alert. We'll see, though. He could have been another bold priest. And yeah, they want vengeance on Conan for killing their queen. Vitellis is his name. So they think he may be gone here, but he does show up later. Great Joe Jusko cover on issue 142. Nice Dale Eaglesham and Armando Gil. Armando Gil has the unique ability to make, to give a penciler like Dale Eaglesham almost Michael Golden-like look, and that is a high compliment indeed. I love Armando Gil's inks. Breakdowns on this one are by Gary Kwapis again, and finishes by Chan. So Chuck Dixon's story on 142. I'm gonna blast through this one. Oh no. These poor guys have their eyes put out. Terrible. Yeah, some of the horrors that these characters endure at the hands of the villains in these stories. Again, Savage Sword is the more quote-unquote adult of the two regular Conan titles that Marvel was doing at this time. I should say three, because King Conan and Conan the King, one on the same title, they were going as well. So Conan was really supporting three titles for Marvel each month. I love that helmet too. This guy looks like a real villainous sort. Oh, this is great here. Little nod back to that awesome Molly Hatchet cover with the Death Dealer on it. The Frazetta painting. And again, these volumes, I've said, you can get them. They're long out of print. 2013 publication. Dark Horse has long since lost the license to Conan. Oh my God, this full page panel is incredible. Look at him just skewering that horse. You can get the volumes. You can track them on eBay, or perhaps get them in trades elsewhere. Maybe a smaller comic shop has old stock, and they're not that dearly costed. You can probably get a hold of them. Some of them, though, I think the later volumes, now we're on to issue 143, lower print runs might get more expensive. Love this Jeff Ursherwood pin up here. I don't know if that's Red Sonja, but it could be. Could be Valeria. So this is art by, we're going to get a big departure here with art by Val Merrick. And we sort of have some primitive guys. I'm not gonna make this our first ape sighting. These are clearly humans. They're just sort of like primitive humans. They might be pigs. Yeah. Not a big fan of this Val Merrick artwork. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. It's just, compared to what we've just seen in the previous two issues, this is just, it's weak sauce for me. I feel like, too, that in the early, Val Merrick did some early stories in this series, much earlier, like volumes 2 and 3, I think he showed up in. And his style has changed significantly. I think he's sort of experimenting with a looser style, less defined style. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one. We can fly through this one just fine. Next up, The Waiting Doom, issue 144, art back to Gary Quapis and Ernie Chan. Thank you for that. Nice Alfredo Alcala pin-up. And that reminds me that the inker I was struggling to remember on Buscema's early pencils was Alfredo Alcala on this title. I'm talking way back in volumes 1 and 2. Yeah, again, look at this. Wordless panels, just the storytelling, brilliant. This is a cold story and a wintry story. And again, Quapis breakdowns, Chan finishes. Oh, look at this panel. Close that door, stranger. I shall close the door if you like. But soon the gates of Hades shall yawn wide for you, and I doubt you'll like the climate there any better. Oh, this is Red Sonja. That's awesome. We don't often get to see Sonja in Savage Swords page. They use her sparingly, which I like, because Conan has a number of recurring female companions. Valeria is the other one that comes to mind. Of course, Belit. Although I don't think we get to see Belit in Savage Sword very often either. Here's Conan now entering. He's got some kind of lingering wound. Sonja, of course, there's always this tension between them. And of course, she never lets Conan consummate the affair. Oh my, look at this guy. That is creepy. Curse them for their impatience. Their greed led them to believe that they could bring down the Cimmerian on their own. So these guys are hunting for Conan. This guy obviously wronged by him. Yeah. It takes a bit of effort to make a foe worthy of Conan's formidable powers. So they do succeed from time to time. Oh no, look at this guy. He's going to threaten these children. Oh no. These guys are just terrible. Wow. Oh wow, look at these horrors. Yeah. Not ape men, but definitely horrific. I love Quapis' version of Red Sonja. Really cool. And of course, we have to also thank Artie Chan for his excellent finishing on these breakdowns. This guy's huge. Oh wow. This guy's even able to overwhelm that horror. Next up, we have Gary Quapis and Jeff Ursherwood. This should be interesting. Issue 145, Charles Dixon's story. Let's take a look at this. Jeff Ursherwood, I don't talk about him enough on the channel. I love his art, love his inking, love his pencils, love when he inks himself. But yeah, he's a great inker. And I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, there's Red Sonja again. 2 straight stories with Red Sonja. Pretty great. This must pick up from the last story. Yeah, it might sound heretical, but I like Ursherwood's inks over Quapis' pencils more than Ernie Chan's. He gives it a bit of a softer look. And does a pretty good job that these 2 artists of drawing children, which is not easy Many artists struggle with that. Mm. Uh-oh. Conan again finds himself in the arms of a woman. Oh no, these poor people. Living in the Hyborian Age is tough. If you are not a hero type, you either become a victimizer or a victim. Neither very palatable. Well, this is almost like a Wendigo, this type of situation here. Again, Conan wielding the battle axe. Nice to see. And this one ends well. Again, Conan riding off alone. How many times have we seen that? We're back to Quappies and Chan for 146. Chuck Dixon on the story. I'll pick up the pace a little here. Blood Circus. So this one, I think Conan's going to find himself, shanghaied into the arena at some point here, although he is trying to get away. And he gets brained here and knocked unconscious, and he awakens. Yes, in the back of a wagon, bound for the blood-soaked arenas, I think. So Orestes is their gladiator trainer, their, I guess, ludus. You will suffer yourself to be whipped with rods, burned with fire, or killed with steel if you disobey these rules. Obey me, learn from your instructors, and give the crowd a good show, and you shall all live to be old, rich, and free. So, I think obviously these guys have no idea who they have with them, or who they have captive here. As Conan is going to give them a show. For the next few weeks, Conan throws himself into the teachings of the gladiator school. His experiences on the battlefield are many and his fighting skills great, but he learns still more under Orestes' tutelage. He owns his raw talents into a knife edge. The Cushite also brings the native talents of a hunter to his training and proves a worthy student of the fighting arts. I have never seen the like of this pair. They may prove my finest pupils. So, again, kind of with the ladies, and here we are in the arena. Oh my. As a successful gladiator, Conan enjoys many benefits. Great full page there with this little inset. Nice little bit of storytelling here as Conan is lauded. Oh, Conan's about to die here, and the Cushite saves him. He's betrayed, and here they are fighting the other gladiators. Looks like somebody wanted Conan dead. Oh, no. Some intrigue, for sure. Next up, 147, Vulture Shadow. Again, Quappies and Chan. So they have, in the last 3 volumes, They have taken a stranglehold on the art chores of this title, and I am here for it. It is great. Looks like they're still in the arena in this issue. So we have a rare bit of continuity. Because often Savage Sword doesn't follow issue from issue continuity, but this one does. Yeah, I guess this is the media where this is all taking place. Conan's now in the army, it looks like. Oh my. Some scenes of destruction here. Oh, bags of heads. Typical of a Savage Sword issue, for sure. The one thing I regret with these reprints is I wish they would have had Swords and Scrolls, which was the letter page, because they had a very healthy letters page. It was in every issue. They almost never missed one. It was always 2 pages. They published not just, you know, letters of praise, but letters of strong criticism, and they were unafraid to do so. And yeah, oh man, this panel's incredible. Wow. Cuts through the shield. Really great. Yeah, so it would have been awesome to see those in here. I know it would have added to the page count, and I think they could have been done though. And that's the same with Epic Collections and now the DC books, the DC's finest. They don't have them either. The only things that do feature letter pages are the omnibus style books, which I've said I'm not a fan of the omnibus books at all. So 148, Besieger of Cities, Charles Dixon story, Gary Kwapis and Ernie Chan. So yeah, this is their regular gig basically. And again, Kwapis breakdown, Chan finishes. I wonder if Kwapis was also working on the color title at this time. I should check that because maybe that's why he's only doing breakdowns. These are 40+ page stories though. So monthly full pencils on a story of this size, it's unthinkable today. It would have been quite a task back then. Even though these artists in the 80s and you know, through the silver to the bronze to the copper, even into the Iron Age, these artists were workhorses. Today's a little different. Conan is a general here. Yeah, so this is the same. This is continuing on. Conan, his Kushite Ally. This is Numidia. And of course, this woman's turning against them, even though they were lovers. Brutal. Oh yeah, and of course, there goes the head down the stairs. Wow. And he's gonna fight his way out of here with this queen as his hostage. Let's get away from this place before they decide that they like the thought of finding a new ruler. Throws this guy overboard. They're going to take this ship. Of course, they are pursued. Ha! There lie your valiant rescuers, keel broken and sinking fast. Crom wrought them. Oh no. And he throws her overboard. Araldia is her name. And here we have our collection cover, the Doug Beekman, excellent Doug Beekman cover. This one should be interesting. Slaves of the Circle, pencils Tom Grindberg, inks Bon McLeod. Okay, this feels to me like a return to the much earlier volumes. Grindberg at this point was sort of a Neil Adams clone. He hadn't yet changed his style radically as he would do in the 90s. And the Bog McCloud inks reinforce that here. We're getting a strong Neil Adams vibe. And again, this is continuity. This is continuing on from the previous issue. So it looks like they're heading into the southern kingdoms. Yeah, this is nice. It's good to have variety, and this is well done. Unlike the Val Merrick story earlier, which I was not a fan of, this is pretty good. It's not what I want to see this every month over Quapis and Chan, no. But it's good. Uh-oh. Of course, Conan is romancing again. Oh, the backbreaker. And that is the end of that issue. And we're back to Quapis and Chan, issue 150, the last issue in this collection. Chuck Dixon and Michael Golden cover, Chuck Dixon's story. Look at that beautiful golden cover. I bet that looked amazing in color. We have a nice Jeff Ursherwood pinup. Always like to see that. And Call to the Slain. Again, Quapis on the breakdowns, Chan on the finishes. Very good. Yep, same continuity here. This is a neat ongoing 6 or 7 issue arc here of Conan's saga in Nemedia and then fleeing Nemedia. It looks like they're in Kush. His Kushite companion may be home here. Oh, and we have our first ape sighting, although they don't look very violent, these apes. They look like just to be sort of hanging out. Just make sure I don't skip any pages here. This thing. These zombies are overrunning this encampment. Oh yeah. Great looking zombies. Oh no. Some of his old crew are calling his name. I am the master of life and death. Follow me to victory against the living. Tear down their pathetic defenses. Rip their hearts from their chests. Well, this guy is obviously a villain. One of those great patented Quapis double-page action spreads. Oh, yeah. Pretty great here. Oh, wow. Conan has been possessed by what could be a benevolent spirit. Ooh, and there's our decapitation for this issue. Love that open panel with the head flying. Conan standing atop a mound of dead foes, undead foes in this case. And then his possessing spirit leaves him, and he face plants. The screams of the death dancer echo down the forest trail as Conan moves westward. His memories of the day before are hazy at best. Perhaps it is better that the Cimmerian not know the truth of those events. For what man could find satisfaction from life when he could remember that for a brief time he was a god? Great ending. Very cool. Solid volume. Fans of Chan and Quappies and the general arc of these stories will love this volume. It's great. Highly recommend it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'll bring you more soon on Scott Reads Comics. Thanks for watching.